God allowed you to have children by that man because those children are going to be generational curse breakers in that bloodline, right? And God also knew that their father was initially assigned that assignment. That father was supposed to be the one to break the curses. The father followed right in the grandfather's footsteps, right? That grandfather is cursed. That grandfather passed down that curse to that son. That son went on to have children. God orchestrated for you and that man to meet, not for you guys to live a happily ever after and have this great life. No, there's some situations God's going to lead you into knowing that it's not going to be the outcome that you want, knowing that it's not going to be long term, but for a higher purpose. Those children had a higher purpose versus the mom and the dad. What y'all got going on? So don't ever look at a situation like, well, why would God allow me to meet this man knowing that he ain't ish? This is really not the man that I needed for my children. That's the man that is the man you needed for your children. Whether he's around or he's not, there's no mistakes that happens. I'm telling y'all, like, with something that starts out bad and it starts out chaotic, you never know how things is going to turn around. It's always the situations that look less likely to end up becoming something that God will sit there and use. It's always the people like myself who people give up on so early because they look at their circumstances like, oh, you're a lost cause. That God will sit there and do miracles and turn their life around. And it's the same person that you overlook. It's the same person that you'll end up looking up to. So don't ever feel like you had children with a man who did not produce no fruit and now you're suffering. God knows exactly where you are and he knows exactly what's going on right now. Those children are going to break that curse. The thing is, you would sit into that man's life to be able to help and guide him so that he was going to be able to break the curse. The last chance, in a sense, that he had was God sending you into his life. God sent you into his life because God's like, okay, well, I'm going to send my best one. I'm going to send my best one into this person's life because I want them. God wanted that man. He wanted them to turn their life around. That's why he sent you. You think God would have sent you to anybody? No. But he wanted them. So he sent you to them. But they denied you and they refused. So God had to remove you out that situation. He's not going to allow you to be destroyed. You know what I mean? Like, you're his number one. So he pulled you out that situation. Those children are going to do great things. And one day that father and that grandfather are going to be looking at those children as if, in a sense, they're not even a part of the bloodline. How could they come from that background and be who they are? Watch how God has his hands on those children's lives. I'm telling y'all. Do not be upset. Do not be broken. Do not be just frustrated with what you're going through day by day, because one day it's going to make sense. And those same children that you may not understand their assignment, God is going to sit there and do so many wonderful things in their lives. You're going to look back and be like, damn, man, if I had to do it all again, it was worth it. Even though it was hard, it was worth it.